What if I told you Mazda just built the SUV that makes the BMW X7 in range? Rover look overpriced and underpowered. Welcome back to Cars Review, because today we are breaking down the all-new 2007 Mazda CX-100. And trust me, by the end of this video you will understand why the luxury SUV world is panicking right now. For years, Mazda has been known as the brand that builds beautiful, affordable vehicles but never really stepped into the true full-size luxury space. That changes completely with the CX-100. This is Mazda's boldest move yet. A flagship three-row SUV designed to go head-to-head with the biggest names in the segment. And it does not hold back. Let's start with the design, because this is where the CX-100 immediately grabs attention. Mazda's signature Kodo design language has been stretched, widened, and sharpened into something that looks more like a concept car than a production SUV. The front end features a massive chrome-accented grille flanked by razor-thin LED headlights that wrap around the fenders. The body sits on a wide stance with muscular haunches over the rear wheels, giving it a presence that rivals anything coming out of Germany or Britain right now. Step inside and the CX-100 shifts gears completely. This is where Mazda is directly challenging Range Rover's dominance in cabin luxury. We're talking Napa leather seating across all three rows, real open-pore wood trim, and a cabin that's whisper quiet, thanks to triple-layer acoustic glass and active noise cancellation. The centerpiece is a massive 45-inch curved digital display that spans the dashboard, controlling everything, from climate to the available massage seats in the front two rows. Space is another area where the CX-100 refuses to compromise, with 3 full rows and nearly 90 cubic feet of cargo room when the seats are folded flat. This SUV is built for real American families who need room for road trips, sports gear, and everything in between. Second-row captain's chairs are optional, and they come with their own individual climate controls and reclining function, something you'd expect from a private jet, not an SUV. Mazda is clearly not playing it safe here. They're targeting buyers who want the presence of a Range Rover, the smoothness of an X7, but with Mazda's reputation for reliability behind it. If you thought the design and interior were impressive, wait until you hear what Mazda put under the hood of the CX-100, because this is where things get serious. The standard engine is a turbocharged inline-six, a 3.3-liter unit producing 340 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. That alone puts it right in line with the base BMW X7. But Mazda isn't stopping there. For buyers who want more, there's a plug-in hybrid variant, pairing that same inline-six with an electric motor, pushing combined output to an impressive 450 horsepower. This setup allows for roughly 30 miles of pure electric range, perfect for daily commuting without burning a drop of gas. Then there's the flagship version, and this is the one that's really turning heads. The CX-100 signature turbo trim uses a twin turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-six, borrowed from Mazda's performance division, cranking out 550 horsepower and 580 pound-feet of torque. That's more power than the Range Rover SV and puts it dangerously close to 7M60 territory, all while wearing a Mazda badge. Power gets sent through a new 10-speed automatic transmission, and all-wheel drive comes standard across every trim. Mazda also introduced a fully adjustable air suspension system, allowing the CX-100 to raise up to 11.8 inches of ground clearance for off-road capability, or drop down for a more planted, sport-tuned ride on the highway. There are 7 drive modes total, including a dedicated tow mode. Since this SUV is rated to pull up to 7,700 pounds, 0 to 60 comes in at just 4.9 seconds on the signature turbo trim, which is genuinely shocking for a 3-row SUV of this size. Braking has also been upgraded, with massive 6-piston front calipers, borrowed straight from Mazda's motorsport program, ensuring this SUV can stop as confidently as it accelerates. On the technology side, the CX-100 comes loaded with a next-generation driver assistance suite, including hands-free highway driving, automatic lane changes, and a 360-degree camera system with augmented reality overlays for tight parking situations. Every trim gets adaptive LED matrix headlights, and the top trim adds night vision with pedestrian detection, a feature you typically only see on vehicles costing well over $50,000. So here's a Mazda that outguns a Range Rover, matches BMW's flagship power numbers, and still carries a badge known for dependability. Mazda is expected to launch the CX-100 with a starting price around $58,000 for the base. Turbocharged inline-six trim. That's already thousands less than a base BMW X7, which starts closer to $80,000, and tens of thousands below the Range Rover, which can easily start above $100,000 once you add options. The plug-in hybrid variant is expected to sit around $66,000, offering that electric range without jumping into flagship pricing. The real headline is the signature turbo trim, the 550 horsepower version we talked about in Part 2. Even fully loaded with every available option, this trim is expected to top out around $78,000. Compare that to the Range Rover SV, which routinely crosses $200,000, or the X7 M60, which starts near $100,000 before options, and you start to see why dealerships are already reporting massive interest. Trim levels are expected to break down into 4 tiers. The base trim comes standard with leather seating, the panoramic sunroof, and the full driver assistance suite. The preferred trim adds the captain's chair second, row and upgraded 22-inch wheels. The Premium Plus trim introduces the plug-in hybrid powertrain, along with the massage seats and rear entertainment screens. And the signature turbo sits at the top with the twin-turbo engine, night vision, and the full off-road air suspension package. As for availability, Mazda has confirmed the CX-100 will begin production in late 2026, with the first units arriving at U.S. dealerships in early 2027. Reservations are expected to open before the end of this year, and given how much attention this SUV is already getting online, don't be surprised if early allocations sell out quickly. So the real question is, does the CX-100 actually threaten the BMW X7 and Range Rover, based on power, technology, interior quality, and especially pricing? Mazda has built something that forces buyers to stop and think twice before signing on the dotted line for a German or British badge. This is Mazda stepping into a fight nobody expected them to enter, and doing it with serious confidence. That wraps up our full breakdown of the 2027 Mazda CX-100. Let us know in the comments, would you choose the CX-100 over a Range Rover or BMW X7 at this price? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Cars Review for more reveals just like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.